And as the reforms of the last decade have focused increasingly on less serious nonviolent offenses, the prison population has, by virtue, become a little bit more serious in terms of the crimes and a longer serving prison population. And so the reality, I think, is we're facing now is a lot of states, we've had a really terrific sort of 180-degree turn in the last 10, 12 years after 4 decades of sustained prison growth. We've seen really beginning in 2009, 2010, across the country, decline, some quite substantial, in the prison population for a host of different reasons. And that's really been really terrific. But a lot of that decline has been concentrated on individuals serving shorter sentences for less serious nonviolent crimes. Some of that is for political reasons. I want to just put out there as one example why we need to care. So first of all, in places like Michigan and Oregon, as I mentioned, when you have an increasingly majority of the population serving very long prison terms, obviously, if you're not addressing that population, you're not going to be able to really have a sustainable and meaningful reduction in the prison population. We also looked at some data from Alabama that had actually had taken some steps to both create some front-end diversion and reduce some admissions for less serious crimes. And we looked at the trends in the population for individuals sort of serving shorter, medium, and long prison terms. And so we saw this bend in the shorter terms, which you would expect based on policy and practice changes, which is terrific. But we saw the continued increase in the long prison terms, the population that was sort of untouched by changes in policy and practice. And if anything, in some cases, thrown under the bus in pursuit of the less serious policy changes. And at the end of the day, the stacking up effect, the growth, actually offset the benefits of the reforms. And so that's sort of why we're really raising this alarm about the need to tackle this population, putting aside issues of fairness and equity and public safety. Also, the reality is if you care about decarcerating, you absolutely have to, by virtue of the laws of mathematics, tackle people who are in for long prison terms.